Welcome back to Classical Grooming. Today I'm going to spend some time going through the shaving soaps that I've acquired over the process of the channel and kind of going through and giving small comments. Some of them already have some in-depth reviews. Some of them will have reviews in the future, but I just wanted to show you what I've gotten so far through the generosity of so many people and through some of my own purchases. Which ones I'm going to keep, which ones I'm probably going to not renew once they're out, and which ones I'd like to pass on to you, and kind of my plans on how to do that. So why don't we go ahead and start. Just, get your seats comfortable, grab your popcorn, and here we go. All right. So I did a review on Parasso. I have this as well as some sandalwood left over. I finished my tube with the eucalyptus, the green, and it's really nice. I have so much other stuff that I think this one's going to go into what I'm calling the box of generosity, which is the one that I'm going to try to pass on to you. Feel free to check out the review. I did get a lot of heat on it because people said I wasn't adding enough water, and that's probably true. When I first started really getting into wet shaving, I'd add way too much water, and I'd come up with this limp, loose froth that of course wasn't very comfortable to shave with, and so I've tended now to overcompensate and go for a drier mix. And it's certainly more shaveable, but not quite the lather that some of you more skilled wet shavers have. But Parasso is pretty easy to lather and pretty easy to shave with, and check out the video. Here's Clubman Pinard's Classic Barber Shave Cream. I did a review of that recently, and a lot of you gave some pretty decent feedback on that. And I think once this is gone, I'm not going to get more of it. It's a little too thin for me. I'm not a huge fan of the fragrance, which is based on Clubman's Vanilla Aftershave, and I think there are just some other ones I much prefer using. So when this one's used up, I'm going to move on. And that's one of the things I've kind of noticed as I'm going through this. It's not that a lot of the stuff that I'm trying to give away is bad, not even that I don't like it. It's just that I don't use it very often, and I found myself just kind of trying to power through this to get it empty and off my shelf, and I'm thinking, that doesn't sound productive. Why don't I use stuff that I actually enjoy and see if I can somehow pass more stuff on, but do it in kind of an economical way that not only is affordable to you as channel members, but as to me, to kind of promote the channel. So I don't know, I still haven't figured out how to do that, but I'm working on it. Here's one that is definitely a keeper for me, and I have not yet done a review on it. It is Mirsol. It's actually a Spanish brand. Let's see if I can get this here. It's a Spanish brand, and I like it a lot. Not that it's particularly better than any other line of shaving products, but just super old school. I love that. This is floral, but this is classic florals. This smells like there's carnation and a few other things in here that I can't quite put my fingers on, but it's like a wayback machine to my grandfather's shaving space in his bathroom. It's really nice, and I'm looking forward to reviewing that with you. I've done a review of this one, 1912 Magnum by Wickham Soap Company. Yeah, I mean, again, the lather, I haven't got the lather down on this well, and I don't know if it's because it's a vegetable-based soap, but it does shave well. It smells really interesting. I like to, if they have an aftershave of this, I'd really like to take it for a spin. It's musky, and got some florals that kind of soothe out the musk, and it's got that cool Tom Selleck-like figure there. So even when this soap is gone, I'm keeping the container because I just like it. So then there's this one, which is Gaeluc, Gaeluc by Murphy and Mcneil shaving products. It smells really nice. This, I did not go through all of this. I had somebody who was generous enough to, he used it for a while, then he cleaned it out and gave the rest to me. And I really like it. Very green and sweet in a kind of a walking through a manicured garden sort of way. I suspect it might be a clone of, or an homage to green Irish tweed, but I've never smelled green Irish tweed. I'm just suspicious because that's so popular that this may have been made around that. I don't know. Stefan's conditioning shave cream. This is a brushless cream. When I first started the channel, this is one of the, I think this actually is the first brushless cream that I reviewed, and it has a delightful coconut smell. Oh yeah, it makes you want to go in and taste it. I wouldn't recommend it, but it smells really appetizing. Shaves really well. It's thick. It does kind of tend to clog up the double-edged blade area, you know, where the after the cuttings and the shave foam pass through. It's thick enough that it can clog that up, which is kind of a hassle, but it's still great. And I tend to cut myself less with this than I do with the Clubman's because it doesn't require such a fine hand. Now we have West Coast Shavings Log, which I think is discontinued. I really like it. It's an amazing smell. It's supposedly based on mulled wine. So it's got a sweetness, a currants or grape, spicy, beautiful, and it lathers really well. And I'm so happy. I did get this as a gift, and I really appreciated it. However, the aftershave is a little different. So when I go through the aftershaves, I'll tell you why that one I'm not quite so interested in. Captain's Choice Sandalwood. Let's see, get this in focus. Right. This is not the first of the Captain's Choice shaving creams. This is the cream. I'm almost through with it, and it's really intense. I'm not, as I've mentioned, I'm not a huge fan of woody fragrances, but this is a little different. I really kind of enjoyed using this one. Not so much that I'm going to buy it again. Captain's Choice has lots of other soaps that I would like to try out, and so once this is gone, I probably won't pick it up, at least for a few years. Maybe I'll get the knack and want to try it back, but the sandalwood's very prevalent. There's lots of sandalwood soaps and so forth, so I like to take them kind of all for a spin. Captain's Choice Lime. This is great. Yeah, very nice lime. It's very rich, very masculine, it's got a little sharpness to it, which I'm not knocking. I think it works out well. So this is also a keeper. AA shaving or double A shaving. I'm not sure exactly how it's marketed. I think it's double A shaving. But the Hunt, it comes with a pick. This is by far the best fragrance of a soap I've ever smelled, and I reviewed it. Go ahead and check out the full review, but this is a favorite. When I spoke with the owner of the company, he said this is a limited edition, and I'm asking right now as a personal favor, make it a regular thing, because I'm pretty sure this is going to have a fan base, right? maybe I'm wrong. It's been a year since I spoke to him. Maybe he tried it out. It wasn't very popular. But this is a great soap with an amazing fragrance to it. So I have a number of mole shaving products that were given to me. This one is their aftershave balm. This is their shaving cream, but this is essentially, it's not really a cream, it's more of a soap puck, but it's the soft kind. I can't remember what they're called. And I think I prefer their soap, their solid soap, to their cream, but the cream is excellent. I'm going to do a review on these, let you know what I think. But I will probably be giving the shaving cream and the aftershave balms away. So that will go in the box of generosity. Gable's brushless shave cream. I've not reviewed this yet. And we actually got a comment from a one of the subscribers who recommended this as kind of being very similar to Noxzema shave cream, and it smells wonderful. Very strong eucalyptus or tea tree scent. I'm not sure which it would really be. I'm leaning toward eucalyptus, and I'm really excited to give this one a try. Barrister and Mann's Rhapsody, discontinued. This is my second favorite scented soap. I included this in a previous video as some of the ways that niche shaving soaps are good and bad. Good because it smells great. I can't really put a incensey is the best way I describe it. Bad because discontinued. Yeah, it's one of those special release kind of things that they just don't make anymore. Here's something I got from Bubbles and Bows shaving soap, and I think it's really interesting. This is one native to my current state, Idaho, in the United States. And I mean, the soap is beautiful. It lathers pretty well. It's not the best latherer I've run into, but it certainly, I certainly wouldn't turn it down. The only thing, if I had a complaint to it, is that the scents are so light. I suspect that this actually might be, and they also tend to lean a little feminine. I suspect this might be closer geared towards ladies grooming, but I've shaved with it. I enjoyed it, but it's not one of my top things, so these two will go in the box of generosity. More eucalyptus, Captain's Choice. Yeah, whew, that's got some bite to it. I love eucalyptus scents, and that's why I'm kind of passing on the Proraso, because I can get that pretty easily almost anywhere. Some of the other stuff, not so much, a little bit more expensive, and just a little sharper in the bite, in the sensation in your nose. I'm kind of my thing. Da-da-da. This one's already used. It's probably my favorite go-to quick shave, Arco. Lathers like a beast. It's really easy to use, very fun. Some people don't like the scent. I do. It's a winner for me. So that's a keeper. They also have Arco shave cream in the tube. Now, those of you who don't like the scent of the original Arco may like this one. It's a little more modern, a little bit more clean, right? Got much more a lavender soapy scent to it that may rock people's world a little bit more. This is a brush soap. It's not something you just put on and shave off, although you could, but it's really meant to be lathered. This will go in the box of generosity. Crown King's Rustler's Ridge. Crown King is the previous name of Phoenix Artisan's accoutrements. And Rustler's Ridge is sage and a very nice vanilla. Very, very nice soap. It's a good one to shave with. It's not as good as their more modern products. I think this is probably 4 or 5 years old, but it's still great. It's still a great shave. I gave away the aftershave to this because it had the sage was just a little too sharp for me. Right? They had the vanilla in it, but the sage was just had a little bit too much bite to it, and I wasn't really enjoying it that much. The soap, it's a plus. Did a review of this Gillette Lime shaving cream. Right? It doesn't really smell like lime. Check out the review. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but it shaves really well, lathers well. It was a pleasant experience. I think this is going to go in the box of generosity because there's other stuff I prefer to use and shave with. So this is Phoenix Artisan's Accoutrements Deja Fougere. It is discontinued. It's supposed to be an homage to Fougere Royale, which is supposedly the first Fougere fragrance that came out in 1882, and lathers incredibly well. It smells nice. I'd be interested in knowing what the original Fougere Royale actually smelled like. I think you could still buy a version of it. I'm sure it's been reformulated, but it might be something worth looking into at some point. I have Old Time His and Her Shaving Butter by Salt River Soapworks. This is great stuff. I'm sure to do a review on it. It smells very interesting, and it shaves wonderfully. I mean, I was not expecting it to be as pleasant as it turned out to be, and thank you very much for the gift from the person who passed it on to me. Southern Witchcraft's Pomona soap. I've already given away the rest of them because Pomona from Southern Witchcraft was by far my favorite. It's got a beautiful rose scent to it, and of course it's the one they've discontinued, so I'm going to hold on to this one. And Los Poblanos Farm Shop Shave Soap. I might pass this one on. I'm not 100% sure anybody would want it. It's very rosemary forward. It's a little old. Maybe somebody be interested in it. I'll put it in the box of generosity in case somebody does want it. And we'll go from there. All right, now we're moving on to territories where I definitely have not done reviews. So, Havana Shave. I'm looking forward to this one because A, the decoration is super cool. Again, it's got that old style feel to it that I really love. The scent, it's sweet. I can't put my finger on it. I'm going to do some research on it and see if I can identify some notes to this. But it smells really interesting, almost candy-like, but not in a sweet bubblegum sort of way. Kind of an old school candy where they were sweet but not really sweet. So that's definitely one I'm looking forward to. Zodiac. Who's this by? I can see the logo. Let's see if I can get it there. I can see the logo, but I don't know which shave house that is. So this is also one to be reviewed. Can't quite put my finger on that one. I'm not sure I'm gonna like it, but won't know till I try. Somebody gave this to me, and I'm not sure what to think of it. Nineveh Men Body Shaving Shave Stick. I guess it's if you want to shave your legs and your face. I don't know. I'll give it a try. Nineveh makes pretty good products, so it'd be interesting to see how well it works. Propaganda shave soap. Now I've tried their aftershave. It's pretty amazing. It's got a very funky scent, so it's interesting during the shave, but not something I'd like to wear for the whole day. But I like it, and this is the shave soap. I'm going to give this a shot. Dr. John's, who is the manufacturer, is no longer in business. So I think this, of course, I'm not sure. I probably will keep this one just so I can hold on to the tin, because the tin's pretty cool looking. Right? It's a great piece of artwork, kind of the Soviet style era, kind of the Soviet era propaganda poster-like picture. They did well in the decoration of this, and the scent, just from the smelling, is pretty good. Kathmandu shaving soap. That's interesting. I can't really put my fingers on the notes for that, but I think that'll be fun to review and kind of share with you. It's by Maestro Miche. I'm not sure. This is not made in the States. But is it sold by somebody in the States? I'll have to do some research and figure that out. Tons and tons of samples. This one's by Southern Witchcrafts, Des Aerology. Got Henry et Victoria Navigateur. I don't even know what this one is. We got Declaration Groomings. They come up with some pretty funky stuff. I'm not sure I'm going to be super wild about this, but I appreciate them because they take chances. And that's kind of cool in today where everything kind of smells similar to some designer fragrance. So I'm going to have a whole handful of their samples to go through, which ought to be fun. And after the review, perhaps these will go into the box of generosity. More samples from Sterling Soap, unscented. I mean, sometimes you just want a soap, right? Almond cream. I also got one of their sandalwoods. Gosh, even more samples. There's one called Hags. I have no idea what that's about. Yeah, that's an interesting. So it's pretty earthy. We'll see. And again, a lot of this is going to pass on to the box generosity. Tortuga by Black Ship Grooming. Yeah, I know nothing about this. Again, this was something that was passed on. That smells good. We'll give it a shot. And Beloyed by Phoenix Artisans Accoutrements. They make great stuff. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Menthol and Pine by the Nordic Shave Company. Grapefruit by the Nordic Shave Company. And that one sounds, I like grapefruit. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Single Bell Spice. No, try again. Jingle Bell Spice. There you go. By whom? This has a huge K. K Shavewear. Very interesting. Mountains of more samples. So you can see that I'm well stocked for shave soap, right? So I'm certainly not planning on buying any more of that. Yeah, sorry, this caught my eye. The Tobacconist. I don't know which house makes this. This is very interesting. So I'm going to put these in here. And again, I imagine I'm going to give most of this away after the review's finished. A lot of them from HC&C, which is a house I'm not familiar with. Declaration Grooming again. And Leviathan by Barrister and Mann. I've heard a lot about this one, but wow, that's got some bite to it. Very earthy, very, yeah. I'd say it smells like wet dirt in a lot of ways. So, if we've gotten to this point, I've edited a lot of empty space out because I'm going through this and trying to figure out what's worth reviewing, what's not. I'm not a huge shave soap kind of guy. There's some channels I'm going to recommend that you check out eventually, either after this. I'm gonna have a list of places to recommend for people who are really deep into the shave soap. I'm going to cover some stuff, but I do prefer more classical stuff. So I can think I'm going to definitely focus on Mirasol products and some of the more well-known historical houses to check out their shave goods. So a lot of this is eventually going to go to you. Now, how? I haven't figured that out, but I have a plan. So I'm going to start the box of generosity. I'm going to put the stuff that I've already labeled into that box. As we go through this, a lot of this is going to go to this box, and somehow it will be available to at least one of you at somewhere in the future. So this has been long. I'm going to see if I can kind of narrow it down so it doesn't bore the crap out of you. I hope you've enjoyed this review of my current shave soap stock and what I hope to do with it. And I appreciate you stopping by and taking the time. If you enjoy reviews of classical products or modern products through a classical lens, please subscribe.